Okay, so for our session 2, we will be doing brush customization in Procreate. So here's the rundown of what we'll be doing today. So in general, I will be teaching you how to customize an existing brush that is default to Procreate already. And then I will also teach you how to customize a brush from scratch using the source library. And then if we have time, we will also do a DIY brush. So ayan. I will be doing a demo and you can follow along too. So basically, we can use, for example, we can try to customize the studio pen. So what you have to do is you duplicate it, then will become studio pen 1, and then you tap it once. And then as you can see, there are like a lot of brush settings that are available, and there's also a preview of what it will look like here at the right side. So I will just be explaining most of the settings per brush. So for this one, stroke path, stroke is basically what you see altogether, and shape is this one, what the general shape of the brush is as a stamp. So those are the two most important things. Customizing the stroke and customizing shape also, and of course yung grain also. Stroke, shape, and grain is one of the important things when it comes to customizing brushes. And the rest is, for me personally, it's all secondary. So for I'll just go through them one by one. So spacing is how far the how far or how close you want the spaces to be. So this is also good for, like, if you have like deco brushes or stamp brushes, you can use this one. Then for jitter is how spaced out they are, and for fall off, it's basically how it tapers off at the end. So like, instead of like having a um, solid stroke, there will be a little fade at the end. So then this one, stabilization, this one is completely up to you. Wait, let me clear the drawing pad. So for streamline, this is completely up to you, because usually for monoline, the streamline is quite big, quite high, the percentage, because it's mostly used for inking, which requires smoothness rather than your own control. And then there's also pressure for each stroke. Stabilization also goes hand in hand with there. So usually for monoline, as you can notice that it's very quite rigid or smoother, but it also means that you have less control over your own strokes. So for example, if you just simply put down your pen like that, it will become very jittery, very unclean. But if you increase it, it will become straight, somehow like this. There. Then motion filtering and expression, it's all these are all very experimental, so you can try these out also. So for taper, of course, it's those are the pressure for the for the pen, for each pen. So there. There's also classic taper, which was, I think, in the old Procreate. There. Usually when I try to edit brushes, it's usually for stabilization. And what works for me in total when I draw a certain piece. Like for example, I know my hands are shaky, but I really want to use this brush. So and it kind of needs to be like, for example, I'm drawing architecture, it needs to be like perfect lines. So I will like up the stabilization, change the pressure, change the taper, so that it fits into like what kind of outcome I want to have. Then of course ito, one of the most important is shape. So what is the stamp? Because here in the source library there are a lot of shapes. You can change all of them if you wish. So for example ito, this will be the shape, but as you can see it doesn't really look like that because it's just the shape of the brush. So as you can see, it says here that it's for flat brushes, so it will probably only be seen if we change the grain. So this is the grain. Also for this you can also change the orientation of the brush. See, it's rotating. It's also quite very accurate also. There. So this is the grain. You can edit the grain here, import from source library. Then siguro canvas. There. You can pick between moving and texturized, whichever works best for you. But usually it's best for me to do like moving. Or pwede rin textures naman. Though it's kind of like, see, it's like a big, if it's one stroke, it's like you're drawing over a big canvas repeatedly. Like you're just, there. There. This one's more obvious. You can also change the scale because this one is just the grain is just one big PNG, so it's up to you if you want to change the scale. So of course kapag nilakihan mo siya, if the scale is too big, it's going to become blurry, so it's best to use around the default version. The zoom and scale also. Okay. Of course, you can also change yung grain follows camera. So, kunwari, yung canvas, you rotate it, it will follow that shape. So, yeah. Here you can, for rendering, it's also very important because I usually like to do this for watercolor. So, if you want to have like a more transparent look, this is from almost transparent to very opaque. So, from light glaze, as you go down, it becomes more and more intense. So, there's glaze up to here, and then there's blending. Usually if it's watercolor, I just go with uniform light glaze. But you can also use the other rendering modes. There. Wet edges, how for wet edges it's how it becomes more light when it overlaps. So like, do you want it to be more transparent as like when you're using watercolor? And there's also burnt edges. I don't know if it's obvious here, pero it's it will multiply. As you can see, you can also choose if you want multiply, color dodge, etc. And of course, wet mix is more in relation to watercolor, since ayun nga, Procreate is a very intuitive. It's more of like a painting. It's more like a painting app rather than it's more like a painting app rather than an editing app. So it focuses on trying to mimic um, watercolor techniques. So yeah, dilution, how transparent between strokes. Yeah. Then of course, para mas kita dito, I'm going to use a different color. Clear charcoal. I will up the rendering there, please. So for color dynamics, I think you can see these often in brushes like Salamanca, more like the painting brushes, because you want the colors to stack on top of each other. So yeah. So for hues, how many hues are in the stroke in the stamp in general? So as you can see, the more if you want 100%, it means all of the colors in the color wheel are present within that hue. And but usually if it's painting, siguro like, and you want color variation naman, and you don't want to think about it too much, probably like 15% is okay. Let's see for other colors. Yeah. There. Then saturation, of course, how much of saturation, how many ranges of saturation you want within your brushes. So as you can see here, if I put it to the max, it's there are like very light parts and like very grayish parts and very saturated parts. Then there's also darkness and lightness and secondary color as well. Then for the stroke, it's per stroke. So as you can see here, there are different hues already, even though we started with just two colors. So when I increase the hue more, siguro this is like a good brush for things like that need various colors if you don't want to think about it too much. There. So this one's just per stroke. This one's per stamp. So as you can see, like stroke is how many times your pen draws a line on the canvas, and the the stamp is yung mismong shape talaga. It's the original shape of what we started with. That's why it affected everything in general instead of like different hues for per brush stroke. Yun. There. And of course, color pressure depends on how much color you see. I dragged it. There's a difference between my light strokes and when I put light pressure on the canvas rather than when I actually drag it down. So you can try to play around with these. Then yan. Color tilt where you I don't know if it's obvious here, but you have to tilt the page kasi for this, and it doesn't show on preview. So yeah. So for dynamics and opacity, that's the one in general, depending on the speed. So of course, most of these are quite self-explanatory, like speed, jitter, like how many times the canvas, how many times you draw on the canvas. Usually it speaks for itself. Yeah. So for the Apple Pencil, this one is purely your preference talaga. There are also some pressures. This one's for brush, but there's also a different kind of what's this? There's also a different kind of preference, I think, here in wait, there's preference, pressure and smoothing. So as you can see here, I use this kind of pressure and smoothing because I just want uh I just want there to be an effect already, even though I have light hands. So it's also good for the wrist because you can draw for longer hours if you use less pressure on your hands. So yeah. So back to this. Yeah. So of course, stamp preview. I think it's if you I think hindi kita pala dito. But then is if you want to see the stamp come to ano, before you place it on the canvas. And then of course material, this is usually for 3D, pero that's for more advanced. Then of course when you're done you can always name your brush. Yeah, you can always name your brush, and when you export it it will have your name also there. So ayan, what else? This one, properties. Ito pala. This one can adjust the maximum size of the brush and minimum size of the brush. So if you just want all maximum size, like just one size, it will affect here also. Ay, di pala na save. Wait. There. So as you can see here, I put them both at 99%. So both minimum and maximum are the same. But of course, if you want to just control, because like here you can add certain points. Like for example, wait, let me edit this again. So for example, you want this range lang. Not too big, not too small. So for this, you can actually put an anchor so you know what size your brushes are. So for example, ito. And here. For example, you're creating like a series of items and you want them all to have the same line weight when you do the line art, or you have a preferred line art that you want to do. So you can always add up to 4, I believe. 4. Yes, you can add up to 4. Then if you don't like it, you can just press the -1 here. Then then you can select another point. So yan. Like this. You can easily go back and forth to how big you want the brushes. And that also goes with opacity, but usually hindi ko na siya ginagalaw unless you want the minimum opacity to be completely 0. But usually I think it's set at 1%. There. So ayan. Then next what's good about Procreate is we can also create our own brushes from scratch. So we can just press the plus button over here. Press the plus button, and then you can select we can go straight to shape or green siguro if you want to add the texture agad. Then import source library, then choose any. Siguro like I want stained paper, parang ganyan. Di pala ano. There. Stained paper. If you want the actual print on it, you can choose green source. But usually I just use the texturized one. And there's if you don't want a super what's this? If you don't want a really intense type of brush, you can always go with one that can be repeated easily. So ayan, auto repeat, create texture. There's also you can press moving for this one because it doesn't matter what the grain source is. And of course you can change the brush shape mismo. Import from source library, and then for example blotch. So press OK, That's not really obvious, but in the preview it can be seen. Yan. Ito yung brush shape niya. Very painterly. So there's also rendering. So for example, I want to use this for kind of like watercolor. So probably uniform glaze. Medyo nakaset na kasi if it's, ayan. It's easier for this to blend. Or pwede rin like uniform blending. Uniform blending or uniform glaze. But if I want super light like watercolor, like I'll just go with a light glaze. Then I'll put like 5% for wet edges. Then I'll just put, okay na yan. I think okay na yan. Color dynamics, I want there to be a little bit variation. So I'll just put them at 10 or 15. There. Then dynamic size, okay na yan. Tilt properties, maximum size, pwede pa ata siguro lakihan. Then minimum size, bigger also. There. Stamp preview, orient to screen. No, I don't want to orient to screen. Because since I want to make like a watercolor brush, it's better if you just, or make it, wait, orient to screen or no? Wait, yes. Dapat orient to screen. Because like if you tilt your canvas or you just change the direction, it can reflect easily. So yeah. That's too opaque. So I can easily go back and just change the rendering to uniform. Ayan. There. You can lower the opacity also. Yan. So, kahit wala ka pa nagagawa, you have many colors na agad. So, for example, gusto ko mag-render ng orange. Like, no line art at all. Kaya, yan. Yan. Then, for example, kapag watercolor, alam mo mag-reflect naman yung ibang colors onto the object. So, you can easily color pick and just vaguely put color. Parang ganyan. So, yan. We made a simple watercolor brush. Because, like, syempre, even though Procreate has a lot of painterly brushes talaga, and many elements also, it's good naman to start also with your own. And now, I will teach you how to customize your own brush. So, what I like to do is, for this, I will press, where is it? Drawing guide, then symmetry, then I will put a quadrant. There. So, we will pick an inking brush. So, something like syrup. Start with a white. Start with black, then we'll change it to white naman in the end. So, yan. You can draw like different things, like for example a flower. You can create patterns with this. And of course, it's up to you naman if you want a different type. So, syempre, Liquify exists if we want to edit it a little bit. Sige, wait. Sige. Vertical na lang para mas madali. There. So, for example, usually kapag you want a specific shape, or for example, you can use this for decorating, making decos, making like something similar to deco stickers. Like, if you know like yung mga K-pop na photo cards, usually then decorate sila. So like, they're like random like stars and hearts ganyan. And then like, you don't want to draw every single star and heart. Tapos like, kapag nagkamali ka, you have to do it all over again. So kunwari, gawa tayo ng star. Paano gawa ng star? Sige, heart na lang. Heart. Then, fill in lang. Fill in. Ganyan. Then, we remove the background color. Then, press this one. Press it again. Then, press invert. Then, we go to the toolbox over here in actions. Go to add. And then, copy canvas. Because you can make another brush using this. So, for example, ito. Go back to brushes. Siguro, let's put it in inking na lang ulit. And then, press the plus. Then, diretso tayo sa shape ng brush. Then, paste. So, yan. May heart na tayo. Wait. Ay, hindi pala na. Tama ba? Ay, hindi pa. Wait. Isa pa. Paste. Done. Then, as you can see, parang naging parang solid siya. So, to fix that, just increase the spacing. May parang, or kunwari, like gusto mo like maraming hearts. There. But for me, siguro like, kunwari, I want to use it as a stamp. Para like, dito lang. Tuldok lang. So, you can just increase the spacing to up to the max setting. Then, fall off. Siguro, bawasan natin. Link opacity, shape. Eto. For the pressure. Nasa pressure siya. Eto. Pwede rin to. Wait. Okay. Sa green, usually kasi, texturize ko yung sarili kong drawings. Like, I put a clipping mask over it. Kunwari, may mga stickers ako. I just use a clipping mask and then render it again. But if you want to use it as a plain, talaga, if you just want to make it texturized agad, you can change naman yung, ito, source library, yung green. So, kunwari, oil pastel. Done. There. So, parang nagiging textured na siya. Lapyan ko nga yung maximum size. Ayan. Pero usually, kapag ganyan, yung green ko, gusto ko like, plain lang siya. Para magamit ko siyang, yan, may blank. There. First, dito sa back. There. Yan, so naging stamp na siya. Then, of course, there are different this is where hue can come in handy. For example, ito. Marami akong pink hearts. Pero gusto ko like, in general, hindi naman kailangan isang color lang and you don't want to color it all again. So, what you can do is increase it to mga 10 or 15%, and then you will get colors within that range, 15%. Pero syempre, if gusto mo iba-ibang colors talaga, like super random, you can put it to max. Pero usually, kapag ganito, it's like 25 or 20 is okay na. Para medyo similar na yung colors. Yan. Then, of course, yan. Maximum size, minimum size, it's all up to you. But usually, I go for like 10% minimum size. Tapos, maximum size to the max talaga. For opacity, since gusto natin stamp siya, we can do, yan. Like, completely, ano siya, wait. As in pressure. Yan, okay. Barrel opacity. Hoverfill shape. Kapag yung hoverfill is mostly ano yung nakikita niya. Hindi masyado halata dito in the clear area, pero it's like that. Let me clear that a little. Flow shape concrete grain pressure opacity 100 pressure opacity. Yeah, so something like that. Then of course pwede mo pala i-name dito. Here you can name it here. You go to about this brush, then press this once lang, then heart brush, heart stamp, ganyan. Yan. Ayun, nakaano pala siya. There. So, you can try it out na rin. Very, ano siya, mas nakakadali ng gawain. Lalo na if it's like last mga parts na parang pahuli na, nasa huli na. So, yeah. Magamit talaga siya as stamp. Tapos, syempre, if you orient your canvas, you can turn your canvas a little bit. It'll follow the shape of the screen. Pero you can turn that off also in screen orient. Dynamics, color.
Miss?
Yes?
Is it okay to use yung brushes po for the drawing I'm gonna do po? I haven't submitted it since yesterday po.
Sige. Okay lang. It's fine.
Thank you po.
Okay. No problem na rin. So, yan. Pero for today, I want you to use yung... Nakahabol ka ba dito sa part na to? Yung unang brush? Yung gagawa ng sariling brush?
Opo.
Okay. So, for this one, yung untitled na to, yung parang watercolor brush siguro. Let's name it. Watercolor brush 2.0. So, yan. I want you to do kahit 2 renderings of like anything talaga. Basta magamit mo yung brush na yan. Then, of course, siguro, decorate mo na lang with yung bago nating brush. Basta, I can see na you can also there. Also, in your free time, you can also decide you can also choose what brush you want to make. Ako kasi, personally, like, watercolor is like one of the easiest brushes to make for kasi it's very light yung style ko usually. For example, kapag gusto ko ng shadow, mabilis siya mag-blend. No need to even use the blending tool masyado. And then, you can also use it for blending naman din. There. Usually, kapag watercolor yung ginagamit ko, I try to use the same brush, same painting brush, and same blending brush when I do this. Ano bang itsura ng orange? Wait. I just drew it from memory. Wait lang. Ano pa ko ng orange? Orange fruit. Okay. Sige. Yan. So, mas light pala siya. And then, magamit mo rin siya as an eraser. It's best, for me kasi, it's best to use, especially kung hindi naman sobrang complicated yung ginagawa mong drawing or too realistic. You can use the same brush as painting, blending, and also eraser. Para mas consistent siya. Because it's kind of awkward na rin na, for example, kunwari, like syrup yung ginamit kong pang-erase. It's going to look awkward. Pero kapag yung ginamit ko is yung brush na ginawa ko, or like the same brush, kapag nag-erase ako, it's not really obvious. Parang ganyan. A technique that I like to do when I'm doing these kind of paintings is like, I try to adjust talaga yung opacity as I'm going along. Try not to stick into one or like put yourself in a box kapag like may specific kang like line art, may specific kang like ano to? Like opacity na ginagamit because like kapag traditional painting naman, iba-iba naman yung it's really different talaga. And it totally depends on how you use it. Tapos for siguro sa mga ganito, like as you can see, like kapag change ko yung background, parang ganyan siya, diba? So, what's important talaga is you set the background talaga. So, for example, I have, yung background ko is like pink. Ganyan. Usually, yung ginagawa ko is, I try to put this into a multiply layer para hindi halata that it's like from a different background. Then, I will paint it over it. Parang ganyan. Pero usually kasi, I have like, I do specific backgrounds talaga. So, iba-iba, alam ko na yung lighting ko. Pero like for this, for example, na-change mo na, like nag-iba ka ng isip. So, as you can see, parang it does not blend, it blends, it does not look awkward kapag change ko. So, this is the normal version. Then, this is like, parang nasa space na siya. Parang ganyan. Then, after this, since na-multiply layer ko na siya, I will just continue over it rendering. Ganyan. So, ganyan. I will just go over it na lang ulit and change yung colors as needed. For example, kailangan more pink siya kasi it's reflecting pink colors. So, it's going to be like parang purplish kapag ganyan. Hindi masyado blue. Kasi usually, yung ginagamit ko, for example, kapag white to. Correct, kapag white siya. Yung usual na, like, sa mga ginagawa ko is like, since the sun is yellow, yung parang mag-reflect siya, it's going to hit as a yellow light. So, ibig sabihin, yung medyo opposite niya, pero na not totally opposite, is blue. Para like, medyo cool pa yung colors. And it's seen as gray na rin. Because kapag gray, mukhang very muddy yung colors. So, ayan. Yung ginagamit ko is blue. Para alam ko, parang like, nag-reflect talaga siya ng light. Tapos, kapag usually mga ganitong like brushes, pwede man manliitin. Tapos, you go over them talaga. Go over them ulit. There. Tapos, it's important to know na kapag there's light present in the area, kunwari, may green. There's like different colors, but there's green, there's orange. So, anong mas nagre-reflect? So, first gagamitin ko is, I will use the green to reflect just a little bit sa orange. Kasi, hindi siya masyado nag-absorb lang siya ng light. So, ayan. Zoom out ko lang. Nag-reflect lang siya ng onte. Then, I will color pick this one, press and hold, and then, I will put it sa leaves. Siguro, make it brighter na rin. Para makita na, siya, nag-reflect siya. Dito. Tapos, blend ko ng onte. Then, of course, kapag nag-hit yung light, the orange is kind of textured, so it's not totally going to be like a perfect like white, like yung usual na, for example, like parang shiny na ginagawa. Like, ganun, may shiny siya. It's going to disperse lang ng onte, especially since rough yung texture ng orange. So, tulad ng ginawa ko dito, I just picked like a very light peach color na similar rin sa orange. Then, ayan. Then, I'll just brush it over dito sa side na to. Ayan, it looks very watercolor-like na. Without, using too many blending or mag-iisip ka masyado. Kasi, if I do this with gray, for example, gray, pure gray, if I use gray, parang nagiging muddy yung color. Or if I use a dark orange, like ganyan, or ganyan, it will look really weird. So, to see na parang maraming like light in this area, that it's not just a white background, like your orange is like, or any object is present in the background within your canvas, you have to make sure that you reflect light there talaga. So, for example, there. So, for these parts, like, itiman ko lang siya ng onte with blue. With blue. Like, just light blue lang. I would like to say, like, my art is, like, very light talaga. So, like, kailangan, like, usually very vibrant talaga yung need sa colors. Like, as you can see, like, if we look at it from, wait, project ko yung canvas ko. I will project it. Project canvas. There. So, as you can see, parang, it's present within the area. Because hindi lang siya like simple na nilagay mo lang dyan tas na-render mo. You have to make sure talaga it's present talaga within the yan. Tapos, as you can see, not all the areas have like a strong color. So, this area, let me unproject. Yan. This area mostly has the color. It draws your eye to it. Also, basically this area. So, ibig sabihin, it's a bright area, pero there's some parts na hindi masyadong nag-hit yung light because it gives an impression na 3D siya. Parang ganyan. Okay. Wait. Actually, yung drawing ko is orange. Wait. Let me send a reference. I drew this for like, try ko kung kaya niya mag-send. Yan. Wait. I'll try to find a picture lang. Wait. Let me see. Tapos screenshot mo na lang. Or like, snipping tool mo lang from yung screen ko. I drew this from memory kasi. Or like, mostly kasi like orange is like very, parang, I just round, tas like parang may maliit na stem siya. I'm gonna send na lang. Ito yung tinitake. This one is the one that I was looking at. Ayan, wait. Let me load it. Okay. Apple talaga. Okay, sige. Pero ito yung ginamit kong for orange. Apple. Apple. Ay, apple.com. Apple fruit. There. I can teach you rin how to draw an apple na rin. Since may time pa naman tayo. Siguro, granny apple. Ito. Okay, here is an apple. So like you can screenshot it, tapos there's an option here at the side that is called, you can press add, and then wait. Nasaan na? Dito pala, canvas, then reference, then it will show you yung canvas mo. Or you can add any That's just sideways. You can add any image to it. So for an apple, usually, wait, let me try. Reference. Kaya ba niya? Hindi niya kaya. Okay. Here. Sige, drawing tayo ng apple. So for apple, since bright pa naman yung ginagamit natin, usually I'll put the opacity muna to 100, then I will just draw the shape very lightly lang. There. It's okay to use a big brush para you know where it is. Let me put this apples aside. Kasi it doesn't need to be super perfect naman. As you can see, yung apple rin, it's not like perfect na rin. So, here. There. So, mostly, I just put where the shape is first. Then, I erase some excessive parts. Kung saan lampas, where it's like too much. There. No need to be perfect pala. There. Then, may bumps siya sa gilid. So, ayan. Then, after that, I'll just put the stem dito. Stem. Then, from the branch, there's a mini green leaf there. Dapat nag-lean pala siya kasi mabigat yung leaf. There. Then, kapag ganito, usually just color pick this one, then pick a lighter color. Or usually white, almost white. Then, siguro I'll put it the light sa other side. Para same sa apple. But I use the same one to blend it also. Or I can erase some parts para it blends talaga sa background. Sample ito. And syempre, don't forget na may mid-tone siya or like points of saturation. So, see, I can see here that this one's kind of muddy kasi yung ginawa ko lang is like I just made a darker version. So, parang yung ginawa ko, I just made a lighter version. Parang ganyan. Then, I just, oh wait, here. Then, I just brushed over it. There's a lot of experimentation talaga when you draw. Yeah. And I'll just spread it to this side. There. Then, siguro, I can choose like a dark pink if it works. There. Or a dark purple. Dark but bright purple. Then I'll just go over the edges here. Just very faint. Wait, mukhang may amag na yung apple natin. So, I will just get a bright yellow. Because this part was just for in-erase ko onti yung part na to. So we can set it for the more colors. So, though it's not really as accurate talaga sa pineapple. Here. This is, you can just use a bright yellow to make it seem like nag-reflect yung light onto it. Then just blend it using the same brush. Then as we did earlier, may shadow ulit dito na light blue. So we'll light pa natin. Here, reflective light. Then just paint it blue. Then if you want to outline it more pa, you can just cut the edges over here. Pero don't make it too seen masyado. Yung important is this is the area, this area is the one that is saturated with yung red. So ibababa ko na yung blue. There. Ay, this one pala. So this one, color pick this one, kind of red. Then okay, reflect it over here. Like, don't be afraid talaga to use many colors in your painting. And to note rin na there are warm colors and cool colors. And if you know both of them, edi you can experiment with as many colors as you want. For example, the reason why I'm shaping this area is because I want to show that there is another side sa apple. So, parang it's round. So, yung ginawa ko is, I put the blue only up to this area. Then, I let the red just sink in there. And of course, konting blending para... And of course, you can add more blue, siguro. Up the opacity. Then, ayan. You have an apple. Then, syempre, you can edit yung leaves. That's not perfect. Pero okay lang. Yung mindset ko kapag nagpa-paint is what objects are present. Parang ganyan. And syempre, we have to also kind of erase yung leaf para maging mas realistic. Then, since nabubura na to, I will just go over this a little bit ulit. Then, ayan. You have an apple. Though it's not as accurate nga as yung picture, this is like my own personal take rin on an apple. So, if you want to like shape it more, you can add like dark red here. Wait, since the apple is like parang heart shape, medyo heart shape siya. So you have to take note, parang like there's a like mini sphere over here. And there. Then dito sa side na to because medyo bumpy siya in the middle. There. Pero make sure not to blend too much because we want the areas to have their own parang highlight. There. we have apple, and we have apple, and we have orange. Apple and orange. Do siguro sa apple kailangan mas malaki yung shadow niya because very bright yung ano na. There. So, yeah. Apple and orange. Then you need to clean up pa. Just take the same brush that you used for the sketch and everything. Then just minimize the size. Then just erase. There. It's okay not to blend too much to the ones that have been like for example this part. No need to blend this one. Just erase na. So it doesn't look messy, you can just erase these parts. Like for example this one. It's fading too much and it doesn't provide any help or assistance to what it looks like. So yeah, you can erase those parts. Then that is our finished apple. And kaya ba? Though I will give you up until tomorrow naman to submit. Para by Friday, I can give feedback. Okay ba yan for you? Okay.
Okay lang po.
Okay, sige. So, yung drive natin, it's here sa taas. I will just copy-paste it na lang para makita mo ulit. If need mo. Copy link. Paste. Here is our Google Drive. So, you can upload all of your drawings here. And I will also upload yung mga nagawa natin for the session. Yan. So, I will upload yung apple rin and yung orange. Yan. Apple and orange. And there. So, update mo lang ako if you, siguro I will check na lang by tomorrow if you submitted for the previous session yesterday and for today. So I will see you on Friday. Ayan. Thank you so much.
Thank you po.
Thank
Bye po.
you. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Bye-bye.